Exiting room. Alright, that's the bat soul. We're gonna go through all these souls one by one. You hear me? Here's the winged skeleton soul. You throw a stick. And, an enemy standing on where the stick landed is supposed to get hit, but I couldn't get that to work properly. Which is a little disappointing. I guess the big golem's just that cheap, huh? Come on, get him. And this one I said, forget it. Next soul, please. Next soul, skeleton. You throw it up. It's like the axe sub-weapon, but it sucks. Interestingly enough, it seems to be effective against the big golem. Next, merman. It's, alright. If you're playing the beginning of the game, I suppose. Axe armor, which is far too expensive to justify what it does. It works like the cross, except not nearly as cool. Next, skull archer, which I believe it does justify its cost. It's a pretty decent soul, if you ask me. Killer fish. Lesson learned, fish belong in the water. Next soul, blue crow. Fly out in a circle, because they don't want to fly too far away. Okay, next, zombie soldier. You know this one, but I have to demonstrate it anyway. Throw grenades, they go boom, stuff dies. Alright, down to the water, and to be extraordinarily precise, you have to actually be submerged in the water before you throw a fish out. That's what it does. It's a decent attack, actually. Next soul. Ghost. Probably the first light element attack you get in the game. It's kinda weak. It has a limited tracking ability, and it's kind of retarded right now. I have no idea why it's not going anywhere. Next. Siren. Soma sings his enemies to death. Interesting thing, this is how curse element works. Hold on, I have to get there first. Because the siren soul is of curse element. This is what curse element does. Look at the damage numbers. See? They gradually decreased. That's because curse does some amount of damage relative to your current HP or some such. I think he's important. This is the tiny devil. I couldn't get the blades to curve or anything, sadly, but they do that. Durga. Just throw a sword in a straight line, like a giant dagger. And it's about as strong as a giant dagger. Next soul. What is that one? I missed it. Rock armor. Throw rocks, yeah! Like a boss. Or something. I'm not sure. But you throw rocks. Congratulations. Aren't you the man? Next. Student Witch, for all you people who love cats. Look at that. It's a cat parade. A deadly cat parade. Beware, cats are dangerous. Next soul. Arachne. This is weird. I have no idea how it's supposed to work. I really just don't. So you just throw it at stuff. Yeah, it's kinda lame. Flea Man! I believe I already complained about how pathetic Flea Man was. I wish I was joking. It's pathetic. Yeah, enjoy your Flea Man. Next. Evil Butcher. Dagger sub-weapon. Classic. And it's cheap, too. And it doesn't do that much damage, but it does more damage than his Soma's fists. I'll tell you that much right about now. Well, at the beginning of the game, at least. Next soul. Waiter skeleton. Behold what the gargoyle is doing. Realize how it's not attacking me at all. It's attacking the curry, it would seem. Don't worry, I'll illustrate this better with an enemy that will actually move on the ground. Behold. Would you like some curry, good sir? And watch. He cannot resist the delicious curry. And it killed him. Gluttony kills. Next, Altair. The eagle. Much better than Blue Crow. And much quicker to use. Next. Mudman. which is kind of stupid, but hey, I don't make the rules. Thing about Triton, the lovely trident in front of him blocks attacks. So, yeah. But that's what the Mudman Soul does. I have no idea if thrown mud does if the mud splash does anything. Next soul, Cockatrice. It petrifies enemies that are vulnerable to it, but it shoots at this really weird angle. You have to kind of jump to hit anything with it. It's weird. It really is. See, no enemies around here are actually vulnerable to stone. Not in the immediate area, at least. But it is a somewhat powerful attack. Next! Werewolf! This ought to be interesting. Boom. Just like a werewolf, except not nearly as amazing. You make a pillar of flame shoot out of the ground. Uneven underwater. Next. Evil Butcher. Psych. It's... what is it? It's Harpy! Which is kind of lame, because you can only use it... you have to wait till it goes off screen before you can use it again. There's better stuff. There's always better stuff. Anyway, next... we have... the Oon! Behold its evil power! Ooh, it's so evil! Ooh, look, it killed stuff. Next, Needles. This one is alright. I mean, look what it did to him. It jacked him up real nice, didn't it? You can put it in his face. And it blows up by itself, even. It's not that bad. You just have to want to use it. Man-Eater, which I never understood how it worked. I don't understand the Ripple Laser in the slightest. I mean, sure, it's one of the few ice attacks you get in the game, but I still don't know how it's supposed to work. Next. What was that? Uckoback. This is going to be fun. You set fires in midair. And like Needles, except not nearly as effective. Next. Fishhead. Like Flame Demon, except you only have one this time. That's lovely. Next. Disc Armor. You already know Disc Armor, but let's show you it anyway. Lovely. Next. We have Nightmare. Oh, this is fun. You get to throw horses at people. Flaming horses. That does fire damage, I believe. Which is why I killed Triton in one hit. He's going to fire. Oh yeah, look at that. That's amazing. It's a good soul. Better than Altero, I'll tell you that much. Next is Slime. If you played Symphony of the Night, this ought to remind you... what the... if you played Symphony of the Night, this thing ought to remind you of something. I believe one of the weapons in Symphony of the Night was a stone that bounced off walls and stuff. Yep, it's just as effective as it was in that game, I'll tell you that much. Dryad, this is... need some health? There you go. Just throw a tree on top of people. The only soul of this kind that will give you health back. Ripper, a soul that does something similar to Dryad, except, well, without giving you health back. Next, Were-Jaguar. Smack! Smack! There you go. And then, Were-Tiger. You saw that coming, didn't you? Soof! Oh yeah, I did a backwards uppercut. Can you do that? Yeah, maybe. That's enough. Next, we have Bifron. This is kind of fun, actually. I actually like using this one. Oh yeah. Now that is awesome. Anyone who does not like that attack is just a hater. Man, you just stop hating. This is Mandragora. Exactly what you think a Mandragora would do. It screams and everybody dies. This thing does large amounts of damage. You can't afford to use Red Minotaur? Use this instead. It'll be worth it. Next, Beam Skeleton, another fire-type attack. Much faster than the Beam Skeleton, it would seem. And it does hit multiple times. Skull Million, or whatever his name is. Poisonous Claws, behold. Yeah. it's poisonous claws. Whatever. Giant skeleton. This is stupid. Yeah. This is real stupid. I have no idea why it's in here. Next. Gladiator. This one's a little amusing, actually. Behold! As it killed everybody! Now watch. And then it comes back. And then it goes away. And it disappears. That was intense, right? Next. Behold, Demon Lord. Dracula's other flaming attack. You can only have 2 of these on screen at a time. Whereas Graham had 4. He was cheating. Yeah. A single one of these is stronger than a single fireball from Flame Demon, but Flame Demon can do more damage. Flame Demon also costs more. Your call. Next. Lightning Doll. This soul gets on my nerves. It's powerful, yes, but the fact that you have to listen to that sound effect every time you use it gets on my nerves. However, it is very powerful, and it is somewhat expensive to utilize. But it's alright. Valkyrie, one of my personal favorites. Why? Because I like women. Actually, that actually is pretty much the reason why I like this. Not to mention, she's swinging a giant sword that does light damage. Who hates it? Losers, that's who. Bomber armor. What'd you think it does? It's just zombie soldier. On steroids. And it looked like I just jumped through a Gorgon. Next on the list, Red Minotaur. Everyone loves this. Red Minotaur, it swings backward, then it goes forward. Which means you can technically hit it twice with it if you know how. Next, Legion. Behold the evil lasers of darkness. Want to see it again? Oh yeah. Next. What's next? Balor. Take Were-Jaguar, upgrade it. Make it a little slower, but so much more powerful. Next. Next we have Charm. Behold Killer Doll. It makes a distraction. A Soma doll, really, that's a doll of Soma, look at him. And a doll of Mina. That's a little, that's almost adorable. And yes, they will attack the dolls, just like with the Waiter Skeleton. So you actually might want to use Waiter Skeleton instead of the doll, because Waiter Skeleton will actually harm your enemies. Next, Nemesis. Alright. Now you see me, now you don't. He might be moving still, but realize, watch when he attacks. That's supposed to be a homing attack, right? It ain't homing in on me. I'm invisible. Fitting. Kyoma Demon. I'm invincible. Oh yeah, gotta love that one, huh? They're expensive abilities, yes, but they are very useful if utilized properly. I'm pretty sure some enemies don't care about those effects, though. Killer Mantle. It only really works on some enemies, where it'll be an instant kill or will give them ungodly amounts of HP. The last one is Chronomage. Zawardo indeed. Next video we'll do the Blue Souls, and maybe Yellow. See you then.